Dr. Chris Cole, I am. I'm on the No U-Turn podcast.
Welcome to the No U-Turn podcast, where we interview athletes, entrepreneurs, and overall dope individuals. I'm your boy Gula Get Rich, and my co-host.
It's your boy GB No Pressure. We live today, bad weather. We got a real special guest, Mr. Dr. Chris Cole coming. We appreciate you pulling up on us.
Man, today we have Dr. Chris Cole, hedge fund manager, international real estate investor.
He got his own day in Atlanta. I ain't never met nobody got their own
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
Philanthropist. When you get philanthropist, that's strong. What about the day in Atlanta? I ain't know that.
Yeah, I got my own data in the A. Got that, what it's been, 2 years, 3 years? What year we in now, 2023? Yeah, it's been 2 years, so 2023 made 2 years.
How that came about?
Man, middle of COVID, I was teaching. I've been in the A since 2008. Did a lot of giving back through the HBCUs up there and just networking with a lot of folks and individuals up there, and just, really one thing just transpired and turned into another. Then they came to me and say, hey, we want to give you your own day, then put you in the Juneteenth parade, whoop-de-whoop and all that. And, that's how it came about. June 18th, and it was crazy because I was raised, pretty much by my grandmother, and my grandmother had passed 3 years ago, 3 years prior to that on June 18th. And when they came and said they wanted to give me my own day, they say, hey, we want to make June 18th Chris Cole Day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and I ain't even know nothing about, my granny passed and, that relationship or nothing like that. So,
the stars just
the universe lined that up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I think we put the cart before the horse. We normally ask tell the people what you do.
Yeah, tell them who you is,
man. What I do, I do a whole lot. It's hard to, box me in, but I mean, I run a hedge fund. I teach people how to trade. I own several other businesses that, all kind of been created and birthed out of, what I've been able to do from a trading standpoint. But, on a daily basis, I really just, follow my heart, my passion, my vision. And, depending on what season I've been in my life, that has changed, But for me, ever since I was a kid, it's always been about living a life of freedom, what I'm saying? Being able to wake up on a daily basis and really live life to the fullest and do it how I want to do it.
Yes.
So it's safe to say that investing in trade will give you the financial freedom you want to live.
Yeah. That definitely give you the financial freedom, because, from the start we taught and educated, boom, 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 like even from the streets, and, get money, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't really the money that we after. We really after the freedom, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To be able to wake up on a daily basis and live this time we have here on earth the way that we want to do it, so.
Freedom is strong. Like, I ain't realized that till late.
Yeah.
The freedom part, you think it's about the money, but the money is just a vehicle. It's really about the freedom. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's something that something that us as elders should drill into the youth,
for sure.
They think it's more about the money, but really it's about being in control of your time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's something that need to be pressed and understood among the youth in the lower income areas as well, because coming from those areas, we look at sports, athletes, rapping, drug dealers, whatever, whoop-de-whoop, but the basis of that is chasing money. You know what I'm saying? And we feel like once we get the money, it's going to solve and give us everything that we desire, we hope that we have. And I tell people all the time, I didn't really, when I look back over my life, I didn't really know that I was poor until I was like in middle school. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, and I remember it vividly. You know what I'm saying? With my shift, you know, my focus shifted. You know, it's like, damn, I need to go get the new J's or have the jeans or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop. But you know, and then you start this pursuit of, you know, chasing money because you think money gonna give you the things that you need or to put you in a position where you equal to the next man or, you know, whatever the case might be. And then you get into a situation where, you know, for example, me like getting into the streets, selling drugs, and I felt like, you know, I got to the point where, you know, by hood standards, I was rich, you know what I'm saying? But I remember coming home to my apartment one day and I was able to buy, you know, had a couple cars. I'm going to the mall every day buying fresh Dickies and all that stuff, go to the club, whatever. You know, I could pretty much do and maneuver how I wanted to do based off of hood standards. And I remember coming home to my apartment one day and just like still feeling empty, still feeling this void, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have no need for no money based on the lifestyle that I was living, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, you know, it really hit me that life had to be more than just about money, you know what I'm saying? And just the pursuit of money on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But you hear a lot of stories though, like millionaires, billionaires commit suicide. And you like, why you kill himself? All the money he had.
Because money don't solve nothing but financial problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot of, you know, money don't, you know, and this the thing, you know, and we see it now, like money don't make you real. Money just magnify the person you already are. You know what I'm saying? So like if you don't deal with who you are, if you're not comfortable in your own skin, if you don't understand who you are as a man or a woman at your core, then, you know, the more money that you have or you're able to accumulate, it's just going to magnify those things. And when who you are is magnified at a certain level, like that's a lot of pressure to be up under. You know what I'm saying?
So coming from I'm from slums.
Yeah.
So coming from the slums, we don't have money.
Yeah.
So you think about the problems I got is because I don't have money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all you know. The thing I'm lacking is money.
Yeah.
I got problems, so I think money is the problem. Then when you get money, I mean, you understand money is a bigger problem. Like,
Yeah.
I don't got that much money, but it's two things I learned about money. One, when you got money, everybody think you got more money than you got.
Yeah.
So the hand out more. Two, and I ain't want to get this far early,
But it's all good.
The thing that fulfilled me about having a little money is giving it to somebody.
Yeah.
Like the philanthropy part is where the real fulfillment come. It ain't buying yourself something. It's like really being able to help somebody or do something for somebody in some kind of need. Not the like fake need, like the real like the real need. And I got it from Jay-Z. I can't say the word, but it's the 8 laws of giving. Actually, no, I got that from E. The 8 laws of giving. It start with a T. I think it's called like, it's a Jewish word.
Yeah.
And the highest form of giving is anonymous to anonymous.
Yeah.
So like, I studied the 8 laws of giving, and that like, man, that's what having bread about. Freedom and then helping a bit.
Definitely. Now, honestly, when Jay-Z said that, most people like, I don't give my money away, I ain't feel me? But when that feeling you get for helping somebody, like you know how they say, God, much is given, too much is acquired, you feel me? So you know the more that's why you be seeing like, I receive it, especially on my end. I know y'all probably receive it too. People always come to y'all for stuff. You always got to be one solve the problem. You be like, every time you turn a corner, you feel me? But like, I know we might talk jump, but at the end of the day, I don't really be complaining because you feel me? If I'm able to help, I ain't really tripping, you feel me? Like, well,
most people think their problem is money, and if you really dissect it, money not the problem. It's usually a discipline problem that comes way before the money problem.
Yeah, well, you know, like I like to, like when I'm teaching and educating, I tell people, I define money as being the evidence of the transfer of energy.
I see
you know what I'm saying? So, like money is just the byproduct of that. You know what I'm saying? And as you know, to speak to what you were saying, you know, as far as like the philanthropy and, getting fulfillment from giving. Like, I don't do a whole lot of advertising with the philanthropy side of things or whatever the case might be. Like that, I just let that speak for itself.
Yeah.
But when you talk about, doing your purpose work or fulfilling your purpose or doing the things that God put you here to do, it always require you being in service of other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your purpose, your God-given purpose as a man is never rooted in just you. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you give your gift to everybody, everything around you that you come in contact with. You know what I'm saying?
That's like the order of life, though. It's like how it's supposed to be. Everybody helping, pouring into somebody else. Whatever, it might not be no money. It might just be whatever you add.
Yeah, it ain't. Giving ain't always money. That's another thing that people get. Number one, they discount they'll discount a person's time in their own time. You know what I'm saying? So like, if somebody go out their way to do something to you, they don't have to be like, people only in this age, people don't respect monetary stuff, but like, I'm pretty sure you got information that you could give somebody that's worth more than the money that you would give them.
Yeah, and it's like, man, you could tell by the mindset of people, because for me, like, time is the most valuable asset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't
because
trade it for money.
Yeah, that can be taken away from you at any time. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, like, all of our time is gonna come short at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? And like, people like, man, Chris, you a stickler for time. Like, I hate being late. I tell people don't invite me to no shit that I can be late to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this event party start at 10 o'clock, I'm gonna be there at 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like time, just done been through so much experience, so much and I'm sure we've all had experiences, on our own or people around us where it's like, man, you done just been with somebody or you just done talked to somebody and you wake up the next day
Gone.
and they gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or hell, they incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And they never coming home. You feel me? Like, but you was just with them yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
I had a situation. I've been doing a little mentorship program. So this is my first time meeting legit. And he like, man, you gonna be doing the mentorship program? I'm like, yeah. So he like, man, I need help get my license. You feel me? He said, man, last person gave me the wrong answer. I ain't know what to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
I said, I got you. I said, link up tomorrow this week. You want to tap him? I'm gonna help you get your license, whatever. He driving at the time.
Yeah.
Thugging, you feel me? But he died the next day in a high speed chase from the police. You feel me? I was like, bro, I was just talking to you. It wasn't even 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
And you actually, the other jets weren't trying to talk. You was the one trying to ask for the help. Hey man, feel me? Like, just take a step forward. He passed. So like you say, time is valuable. I think Dr. Keon. He say, people say money is the most important thing, but he asked the man, if I tell you got $1 million, but you only got
you die tomorrow.
You
gonna
okay, so that means time more than money, right? So if I tell you, okay, you get $1 million, you catch cancer, that means your health more than money. He got like 3-4 scenarios that add up that show you that money don't balance with what you think it is. Feel me?
I seen that. That resonate. And the more money you got, so I'm thinking about myself and I tell this story. The shit I done did for money, when I didn't have much money, I wouldn't fathom doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's no way I would do some of the stuff I did for the amount of money I got. But I guess that comes with actually acquiring a amount to where you like, I'm saying, come to a point where you win the game. Like, I done won the game.
Yeah.
I can lose this bitch if I bullshit, but like, if I just want to be regular, just me right now, I done won.
Yeah.
Like, I done won the game. Like,
Yeah.
I got enough residual income to take care of me, barring something crazy happen. You saying on the regular level.
Yeah.
And I don't got no bunch of money, but like.
And I think that's the misconception people have, especially like with social media where, like, $1 million is the threshold, or I want to be a millionaire, whatever. Woo. But the fact of the matter is, like, everybody lifestyle is different. You know what I'm saying? It might only take you $100,000 a year in order for you to live a lifestyle that make you happy. It might take this man $600,000. It might take this man $40,000. You know what I'm saying? So being able to understand your number, you know what I'm saying, and being able to put a plan in place to say, I'm the type of person, I only need to bring in $200,000 a year. So as long as I'm bringing in $200,000 a year, I can live how I want to live. I don't have to go out here and continue to put my time, energy, and effort to be a millionaire because that's just what the world tell me I should be. You know what I'm saying?
It really ain't what it used to be anyway. Like,
Yeah,
you think about what $1
it
million
ain't.
is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, people be like, man, but you know, you a millionaire. It's like, yeah, I got 4 kids. I got a brother that's dead who got 6 kids.
Yeah.
I got a mama and daddy and a sister. I got a whole lot of responsibilities that y'all can't even see on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got an uncle serving a life sentence. I got 2 cousins serving life sentence. They got kids. Whoop de whoop. Like, listen, I got all kind of money going out the door that don't get posted on social media. You know what I'm saying? That I'm responsible for.
You going back to service.
Yeah.
Like, you serving, obviously, your family.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You don't have to do it, but
Yeah.
you decided to, that was your position.
Yeah, for sure.
I always tell people, like, you might not agree with this, but technically I'm a conservative type investor. Like, I don't do nothing crazy. I was like, man, $1 million ain't worth but about $40,000 to $60,000 a year on forever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you get $1 million, you should be able to get $50,000 a year for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But you could buy a Bentley, but you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Or you could live this decent regular style life like your parents did for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a $800,000 a week check forever if you
Yeah.
never touched $1 million. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's when I look at it from them terms, it kind of like, damn. So if I need you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to make 6 figures, then I need $2 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're not educated, you look at it like $1 million a lot of money. You go buy the Ferrari, you out of there. It's
Yeah.
over.
You ain't gonna run like it ain't gonna run out. You just
Boy, it's
made it.
over with.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
buy a jury, you buy a rapper starter kit with $1 million, done.
Yeah.
And when it's gone, you gotta try to keep up the image. You can't let nobody know you went
You don't
flat.
got no
You
skill.
feel me?
Like,
So
if you
now
don't got no way to get it,
Yeah.
to get it recurring, it's over. It's
Yeah.
flatline.
I know. Hey, I seen you say earlier. You know, I know you, but the world don't know you. Like you said, you was in the streets first. you feel
Yeah.
me? So like you went from this transition from being in the streets, getting in trouble. You feel me? Road background to now you trade, successful,
Yeah.
traveling the world, stuff you probably just
Yeah.
couldn't even think. You didn't even know you want to do that at the time.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you said you was hood rich at one time. That's
Yeah.
the fall you could see.
Yeah.
So you start like what took you what I'm going is like,
Elaborate on that.
yeah, like what made you like open your eyes up, like it's a bigger world out there than just.
Man, so honestly, man, so like I really got out because I out of the streets because I promised my granny and my auntie that if I was fortunate enough to graduate from college that I get out the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I never even like fathomed leaving the streets. And matter of fact, like I didn't write my goals down for the first time till like I was 25 years old because I didn't even have no thoughts of life after 25. For real. You know what I'm saying? But I was daggone 20. I was like 21 years old. It was either my 21st birthday or my. How old am I now? I'm 40. So this was my 21st birthday. And my mom was working at this Christian bookstore at the time. And she had to go to Nashville for like this book buying thing that the managers of these Christian bookstores go to or whatever, woody woo. And we didn't have the best relationship up until then. We went through a bunch of stuff, you know, during my adolescence, you know, early childhood, all of that. But, you know, it's one of them things where no matter like what you go through with your mama, like you always got this love for your mama, no matter like, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Vice
can go through
versa, too.
yeah, vice versa,
She
for
gonna
sure.
love you the same way, no
Yeah,
matter
for
what you
sure,
do.
absolutely. And so like it came a time and a point where it was like it was time for us to cross that hurdle, of just like, you know, making amends or whatever the case might be. So she asked me to go out of town with her. At this time, I was heavy in the streets. I had was working with my cousins. My little cousins was like my right hand man or whatever. Woody woo. So I'm telling them like, hey, I'm finna go. I just told one, I'm like, hey, I'm finna go out of town with my dudes. But I ain't want nobody to know that I was gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm neck deep in the streets at this point. You know what I'm saying? So me and my dudes go up to Nashville. Long story short, the second day we was there, we was only gonna be there 2 nights or whatever. My older cousin called me. He like, hey, I need you to come down to the hospital now. He was like, 3 people done got shot, 2 people done got killed. Your little cousin was like in this incident, but we don't know who is who. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, like he ended up getting shot, but in the other 2 guys in the hotel room, ended up passing away, and it was a drug deal went bad. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I get the phone call. I got to get back from Nashville back to Augusta. I get back the next day to try to figure out what the situation was. They end up locking up my little cousin. But the way Richmond County worked, that's in Augusta, he was shot, and they had him on the medical wing. So the county didn't want to deal with the medical, so they released him and sent him home to my auntie in a wheelchair because they ain't want to deal with the medical. So I go pull up on my auntie, talk to cuz, figure out what the situation was, and I'm like, it was just a all around bad situation, right? But when I go pick him up, I take him out to the college university thing, because I'm in college at the time too. And this was on a Sunday, and in this particular college complex, like everybody come out there, play football, go swimming, whatever, whoop. So I bring him out there. He in the wheelchair. I got my other 2 little goons out there. We just out there kicking. So I'm out there playing football, and he's sitting on the side of the wheelchair. Long story short, I hear him start calling my name while I'm on the football field. And I see these 2 dudes who I could tell they wasn't no college students, and I had already knew the folks who, the incident had transpired. They was from a different hood, whatever. And so when I came, as I see them walking down the path, I go run. I'm running to his wheelchair. My other 2 little homeboys, they run into his wheelchair. And it was crazy because we was 4 deep. All 4 of us had guns in the car, and we had already been to this other spot. And not that we was looking for trouble, but we just got out with our straps, whatever. So we get to the gated college community. My cousin that's in the wheelchair, he like, nah, cuz he like, y'all just leave the guns in the car, cuz, we're in the gated college community, and it's a predominantly white institution. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, but I make it over there about the same time the other boys make it over there. And then I stand in front of the wheelchair. The boy in this one number, by the grace of God, stand in front of the wheelchair. The boy had a revolver in his back pocket, put a revolver out, put a revolver in my chest, squeeze the trigger, the gun ain't even go off. So boom, like me and him get to tussling for the gun. I get the gun, they get the striking off, whatever. But by this time, like my attitude and where I was at in life, I had a totally different mindset. Like now y'all done got me involved and done tried me in this situation. So like, this situation definitely ain't over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I end up taking my cousin back to my auntie house. And that night, went back to the hood, got my boys, my little young cats, go get a hot box. And we just riding around, and like it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? So we finna pull it in. We knew where their spot was at, whatever. We hadn't already hit up like 2 or 3 spots. And then so we was finna pull up, we did pull up on their last spot. So I got my little cousin with me. And this was the first time he ever had been on the caper. So he was in his truck. We riding behind the hot box, but I'm in the car with him. I'm like, this is his first little joint. Like you riding with me, and all you need to do is drive, whatever, woo, you know what I'm saying? So boom, we pull up to the spot, boom, 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 whatever. We pull off. So we pull off, and like we probably like 200-300 yards down away, 200-300 yards away from the spot, and his truck cut off, and he had an old raggedy pickup truck, so the truck cut off, and so he's sitting there trying to crank the car up, whatever, the truck ain't cranking up, so all of a sudden, like they start shooting back down the street, cause like they could see, the brake lights, we still in the middle of the street stuck. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like, bullets just, coming through, boom, hitting the dash, hitting whatever, woo. So I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, man, just bend over and try to crank the truck up. And I still got a whole nother clip left in the 223, and I'm like, I ain't finna go out bad, like, if we going out, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but, I say all of that. In that moment, it was like, God slowed everything down for me, and it was like he took me through this, it was damn near like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I had been through as a child, adolescence, the good, the bad, the ugly, and it was, essentially, he revealed to me, like, if I didn't do something different or change my life, that I was either going to be dead or I was going to spend the rest of my life in prison. You know what I'm saying? And, as this slow motion movie going, I put the last clip in the, in the chopper, whatever, got out the door and just started shooting back down the street. And when the last bullet came up out the chopper, the daggone truck crunk up. And I hopped back in the whip and...
What the other car, they left?
Yeah, the hot box was in front of us. You know what I'm saying?
They did, y'all, they stayed.
Nah, they did. Like,
Okay.
Because we had already went to the spot.
Yeah, they trying to get them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they was gone. And we had did our thing and we was right behind them, and all of a sudden the truck just cut off on us. You know what I'm saying? And like that definitely was a moment that was like, it was supernatural. You know what I'm saying? Like I had never experienced nothing, like that. And that definitely was I didn't change my life right then or within the next month or within the next year, but it was something that definitely always was like,
it was there.
It was there. You know what I'm saying? And I know it was real. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you experience. Hey, I think I kind of made you go somewhere I ain't want you to go. No name on the show and no U-turn, right?
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you at what point in your life did you make? I ain't no making no U-turn. I ain't turning around. You feel me? You kind of just told your no U-turn.
Maybe that's not it though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we still gonna ask you.
That could not be it. When you said you was playing football, was that you was on the football team or y'all was just messing around?
No, we just mess around.
Okay,
we just get out there Sunday, like, you know what I'm saying, kick it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just out there hanging out, kicking shit, so, yeah.
And what's one thing I do want people to know is, like, you say everybody, like, a lot, especially today's society, everybody want to be rappers, everybody want to be, like, some type of athlete or something like that. You an investor, you a trader.
Yeah.
And you live in the life that you want to live. You feel me? Like it's people that know that you can. It's other ways to live the life how you want to live. You feel me? Like, like they check your Instagram out, check your lifestyle out. You travel, you be in Dubai, London. You do that on the regular. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you actually got stuff going on. You drive the cars you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dress how you want. Dress like the stuff that you want, that you attain it. But not no means I gotta be a rapper or athlete. You actually learn the trade, learn the skill, went to school, studied. And turn into what you want to turn into. You feel me? Like, so you actually a dope example, like, to be like somebody to be looking up to.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
How you got into that? Like, how you got into
trading?
Asset managing. That.
Well, it's just, man, so like from the beginning, like on Saturdays, my granny used to take us to garage sales and laundromat. That was our Saturday routine. We go to the laundromat, wash clothes, and then we'd go to the garage sale. And whether or not we did our chores or whatever, you might she might give us a quarter or 50 cents or something like that. So we went to this one particular garage sale, and this dude, this white dude, and we go to the wealthy white neighborhoods because they was always getting rid of their stuff or selling their stuff. And they had it was this board game called the stock market game, and this probably came out probably like in the 70s, early 80s, something like that. And the guy, he wanted $2 for it, and I was probably like 7, 8 years old. And I only had 50 cents, but I'm like, I picked up the game anyway. You know what I'm saying? And my grandma was like, this game costs $2. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't giving you the other $1.50, whatever. So I'm like, hell, I just picked up the game and I'm just following her around the garage sale, still holding it or whatever.
You finna come through.
So the husband, he come out the house and he like, oh, you want this game, whatever? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but I only got 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? And he get to having like a little conversation with me. Long story short, he ended up giving me the game. I ain't even have to pay for the game. And I went back, took it back to the hood, and I was just, it told this story of this man, and I never forget, he made like $70-some thousand, $72,000 in a month trading stocks. He drove a Corvette, and as a kid, my imagination just, it became real to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then and fast forward a little bit, my dad used to always, he didn't have the money to trade nor the risk appetite, but he was very knowledgeable. He always liked to read. And he would have a Wall Street Journal and all these trading magazines. And I just go down there and just take his stuff, you know what I'm saying, and just read it. And like, it was just an infatuation with, the possibilities of the market, understanding what the market was. And when I decided to get out of the streets and do something different, like I knew I wasn't gonna get no job, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, how can I do something and live this same type of lifestyle, but also more importantly, like had the type of freedom that I was after, you know what I'm saying? So the stock market was something, that was always there, and something that I just said I'm gonna figure it out, because I knew it was a real thing. I didn't personally know anybody who was successful at it, but hell, they out here doing it like
it can happen.
It can happen.
Yeah, it can
you know
happen.
what I'm saying? And
I remember, not to cut you, I remember we used to hang out at Smith Center back in the day. Everybody, this when the Escalades came out, the EXTs, the one with the truck back, they was lit, then that was up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one dude, hey, I forgot to know you had one, and like, all he do is trade stocks, you feel me? I'm like, what? Everybody else I know he got that work.
Yeah.
He robbing, he like different,
Yeah.
that's all I know. You either robbing or you got that work.
Yeah.
One or the other, you feel me? No, he do stock market. So I go to prison later on, you feel me? My first year in prison, old dude from Jacksonville, he get in the IBD and the Wall Street Journal. He don't really talk to nobody. I think he's crazy. We go in his room, his whole flow, there's all the papers every day. He got this chart over here, that chart up. So I used to go, he kind of took light to me. I started to play chess with him. I used to go in there and just read the stuff. He just showed me how to understand it. I still was taking it serious. I was 18, so I'm still like, I'm listening, but I ain't understanding.
Yeah.
So I went to buying the books like the Wall Street where it started. They said people start meeting up under a tree on Wall Street. They actually sit there and talk about investing. That's how it all started. And I started kind of understanding, but I still never took it serious how I should. But I actually did want to read everything from trading, from the stock market, from Forex, from everything, like feel commodities and all, you feel me? Like understand the basis of it, where it came, where it started, different markets, different times and all that, feel me? So you actually took the knowledge and a lot of stuff that people don't do, you execute on it, you feel me?
Yeah. It's like, man, cool. I always been a risk taker, and like the way I looked at it is like, hell, I done spent my whole life risking things that I potentially could never get back.
No,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hell, what's clicking a button and,
I can't lose nothing but some money.
that's it. And I'm a hustler, so I'm gonna figure out how to
I'm
go
gonna get some more money.
get it one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So execution always been my thing, and not necessarily, and not when I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but some people talk about execution from a very like emotional standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma always told me, she say, listen, she say you gotta move, go with your move. She say, but understand this, she say, understand the worst possible scenario and consequences that'll come with it.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you can bat at it and stand on that, if that was the situation, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? So like everything that I did, I look at, say, what's the worst that could happen? You know what I'm saying? And internally, if I say, okay, like I'm prepared to deal
with it, yeah.
with it, then hell, I'm on my
mentor,
way.
My mentor said the same thing. Like, you know, we do damage control. Hey, what's worst case scenario?
Yeah.
That's worst can happen. All right, we move forward.
Yeah.
So anything happen less than that, then we kind of really ain't lose.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
that's
But listen,
that's one of how I view things too. To
When
this day.
you've been in situations where you had your life on the line,
Yeah.
exactly.
mostly everything else pales in comparison to that.
It
You know what I'm saying?
it absolutely pales in comparison, you know, and you know, in that, you know, that transcends or you know, into relationships as well, because like with anybody, personal relationship, romantic relationship, it's like people be out here, you know, and not to disregard or downplay anything anybody went through or go through. All of us go through our own respective struggles, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like people be out here stressing about shit. To me, that is like, that's what you worried about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to empathize with somebody who is stressing about something when I've experienced the things that I've experienced and I've been through the things that I've been through. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so, you know, I think about it from the standpoint of like, damn, it's a lot of people who ain't even scratching the surface of their potential of living life because they paralyzed by things that, you know, to a degree ain't
really nothing though.
Ain't really nothing.
Now, when somebody had to tell me who kind of been through a lot, like how we been through, somebody was going through something, they act like they were kind of like, they didn't want to take themselves out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about it. I don't know if it was about a girl, but it was something. I'm like, bro, that what you was stressing about? Like, bro, you know how many times I done been let down or lied to or cheated on?
I'm never crashing out about no woman.
No, but
yeah.
see, you done been through the struggle.
Yeah.
Some been through the struggle, so something happened to them in effect. And my cousin had to tell me, actually his brother had to tell me, like, bro, everybody ain't been through what you've been through, so they look at how you look at it, you know. I'm just naturally got hardened or used to stuff because I done been through it. I ain't no choice, you feel me? The experience and taught me how to cope, deal with it, go to sleep, wake up, laugh about the pain, do it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some people can't deal with the struggle. Like, it'd be too much for them. Like, some people
because it's something like, you know, it's something that I can't even fathom. I tell somebody, I say, I don't give a damn what it look like. Y'all find me dead. No, I ain't killed myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, you ain't got to worry about that. Like, y'all need, y'all need to do autopsies, all that. Like, I don't give a damn how bad. I ain't never thought about it. No.
I ain't never doing that.
One of my, I wouldn't call him a close friend, but somebody that I know and frequently seen a lot of times, always around. I'm saying basically someone killed himself, and that was so like out of the blue because he was like I'm saying, not that, but saying that to say you never know what is going on.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, and
I ain't taking myself, but somebody had to me believe. Hey, don't say I ain't never did. They
Yeah,
like when he
no.
said, they lied. I ain't do
they
that.
lying. I ain't did that.
Hey, I just be here to get another chance and stuff. I done been at the bottom already, locked in the box. I was Lazarus. I was buried alive. I was dead over it.
Yeah.
So me gonna take myself out? No, that don't make no sense.
It ain't happening.
I know I can come back from dead. Feel me? I know I can come back in 3 days. I know it can happen.
I'm saying I can't think of a reason. Not money, not relationships. Not I'm saying money you can get it back. Relationships you can't. I'm saying so people don't do what they do. Like,
What they say about tomorrow. That mean they got tomorrow. Tomorrow something can happen different tomorrow than happened today.
Yeah.
Let me just see tomorrow. I can figure it out if I get there.
So I seen them in your IG thing. You say Dr.Chris Cole.
Yeah.
Tell us about the doctor.
Yeah, I got a honorary doctor degree in business for my philanthropy efforts. I done taught over folks, several thousand people, you know, how to trade the markets and, you know, how the markets really work. Non-profit organization, giving back, all that type of stuff. And really just got a passion for giving people my gift. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is people, you know, they're like, man, why you still want to teach people if you doing this or whatever? And it's like, again, like it ain't about the money. You know what I'm saying? I feel an obligation, a responsibility to at least make the information available. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you do with it is totally up to you. You know what I'm saying? But I tell people you might not like how I look, how I talk, how you might feel a certain type of way about me, but you can't argue with the results. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like all that other stuff, that's just, you know,
My mentor told me one time, he said, man, he up.
Yeah.
He say, man, you obligated to kick it down.
Yeah.
You like, when you get in a position, you gotta, like, you have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta.
I seen Young Thug.
You gotta kick it down.
I seen Young Thug clip the other day. I
Oh,
watched it
yeah.
about 3 times. Say,
Yeah.
you got to talk, you got to teach what's taught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said Albert Einstein figured out what he figured out, he taught the people.
Yeah.
He said, before I leave here, Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
how,
yeah.
to
How to
get
get a billion.
Yeah.
He said
A
billion.
billion,
You gotta tell him how to
yeah,
get a billion.
He
Yeah.
said, teach me. He said, don't teach nobody. Or he said, teach me, make sure you teach me. He say,
I'm gonna tell the world.
and what he say, hey, what's better than 1 billionaire?
Two.
He
You
said, what's
know what
better
I'm
than
saying?
2? A few.
Yeah.
That's how I feel that.
That go back probably on, I'm saying with the few, you talking about Jay and say Beyonce and Kanye.
Riri.
Then you got Bron and
Yeah.
Riri. I'm saying the blueprint in there somewhere because they done figured it out.
Yeah.
No, he did.
But,
Goes next
so
level.
since we talking about money, I seen on your social media, it basically said that you generated 7 figures over the last 8 years.
Yeah.
Every year over the last 8
Yeah.
years. Man, tell us about that.
Man, that's just a byproduct of being committed to the process. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Freedom, you know, the way that I look at freedom is discipline. You know what I'm saying?
You read my mind. I swear to God, you read my mind.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be free until you find discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like making money or any amounts of money. Let's just say that we're talking about the market, right? So once you find an edge in the market, and an edge is nothing more than something that gives you a greater than 50%, 50-50 chance of being right when X, Y, and Z occur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you have an edge in the market, you got a key to make an infinite amount of money.
Yeah.
And the only thing that you got to battle from here and that infinite amount of money is you and your psyche and how you think about it and how you approach it and your emotions that you deal with on a daily basis when, you know, you having that interaction with money. You know what I'm saying? So being able to do that, like, and I'm gonna do that to the day that I die. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it to be true. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm disciplined. A lot of people like to speak on discipline. A lot of people like to speak on results, but I don't pay most of that shit no attention because that's just a opinion. Most people don't know what discipline looks like because they don't know what discipline look like within themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, that ain't how it do. You know what I'm saying? How it go. This ain't what discipline look like. And you ain't got the results nor the experience to even speak on that.
Yeah, you don't know what it look like.
You don't know what it look like.
It's hard for you to practice it. You don't know what it look like for real.
And it's just like people who, you know, they sit in it, they look at me as an entrepreneur, you know, that made all this money, and it's like, oh, you don't do nothing on a daily basis. You should just be available. They see me in Dubai, they see me in Hawaii, whatever, all over the place. They see me on yachts, they see me in Magic City.
It's
whatever
the glacier.
Yeah.
You ever seen the thing of the glacier? A glacier, although it's big, you only see the top part.
Yeah.
Shit is 70 times bigger.
Yeah.
So like it's the stuff that y'all don't see. That's why it's working.
Yeah.
It ain't the stuff
yeah,
that you see.
Exactly. And they don't, you know, and they just, like, you know, like you said, they just see the glitz and the glam part, but you don't see what go on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's times where, you know, I get in my hole where I might have an idea and I'm working on it and I'm figuring out whatever the case might be. And it's like, I can't spend time with my kids the way I want to spend time with them. I can't spend time with my family. I can't spend time kicking shit. I can't go to Magic City for a month. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't take this trip to Jamaica right now. I can't fly to meet the fellas out in Vegas this weekend because, like, I'm in the zone and I don't have a problem. When I get in that mode, I don't have a problem sacrificing any and everything until the job get done. Most people don't understand that. Most people take the weekends off because they work Monday through Friday. And it's like, well, hell, I'm going to just work on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But for me, sacrifice just part of it. I tell people all the time, I say it in a jokingly manner, but I'm dead serious about it. I'm like, that trap shit still in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we done spent countless days where
Hours.
ain't bathe, ain't go
Bathe,
home, and you just you trap
Same
until you
rule- the same
crash.
rules apply, bro.
Yeah, the same rules apply, and if you apply them same principles and that same discipline you had to serving them crack fiends, like you're gonna be successful at whatever it is you decide to do.
And we speaking about discipline, like, okay, describe your day as a trader. You get up, the day you finna work the market. Like, what time you start your day?
Man, so I'm an early bird, man, for a lot of reasons, but I'm up 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning, no matter what time I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And for me, when I define freedom, I define it as the ability to control what I put in my mind, control what I put in my body, and control how I spend my time. You know what I'm saying? So my daily routine it may not necessarily be the same every day, right? But the principles don't change. I spend the first part of that first hour of me waking up, I'm very intentional about the first thing I put in my body, how I'm spending that first 60 minutes of the day, and what I'm putting into my mind. You know what I'm saying? And that may look different depending on what I got going on, where I am, or whatever the case might be. But if you're not intentional about those things that truly represent freedom, then guess what? Somebody or something else gonna take control of your freedom. You know what I'm saying? So it could be me. Like I read every single day. You know what I'm saying? So that's damn near guaranteed. First thing I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna get out on the floor, stretch. I've been doing fasted cardio. I've been slacking for like the last couple months, but shit, I had stretcher in like 8-9 months where I got up every morning, did fasted cardio, even if that was just like 30 minutes of walking or something like that. And then, I get me like a protein shake or some solid, some fruit or whatever, or I might be, fasting till lunchtime or whatever the case might be. It might cause me to be intentional about not putting nothing in my body, even though I'm craving something at the time. You know what I'm saying? So, those three aspects are, I would say part of my routine. That's what it's made of.
I'm gonna say, like, I tried my hand in trading before.
Yeah.
Got my ass kicked, top to bottom.
Yeah.
But over like I read a book that basically said trading is a zero-sum game.
Yeah.
So with like Robinhood, with the new what you call them, retail investors?
Retail traders, yeah.
It would seem like, say somebody like yourself, you almost got an advantage.
Why you say that?
Say if it's a zero-sum game and you got a lot of like retail investors, basically they don't know nothing.
Right.
So in the stock market, somebody wins, somebody lose.
Yeah.
Like the money there, a bit's gonna win and gonna lose. So if you're dealing with novice with the internet in the way like, say like Robinhood and stuff is, now you're dealing with a bunch of people who really have not a lot of knowledge when it comes to trading. So they sacrificing their money, correct?
Yeah. What is the thing like, and that's the deceitful part of trading education, right? Because it don't really take a whole lot to understand it. Like they make it complicated for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes easy to take the retail trader money.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it really boils down to the difference between a retail trader and a professional trader is one's ability to control their emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How well can you stick to your game plan even when, you want to do something else? And retail traders, they make mistakes and do shit even when they know they're not supposed to be doing it. And most of them buy out of the game because they can't figure out, why am I doing shit I'm not supposed to do, even when I know I'm not supposed to do it? You know what I'm saying? So trading is really, it's a game of self-mastery. You know what I'm saying? And most people approach it from a gambling standpoint, from a very emotional standpoint. And especially men, like, like through my education, women make better traders. It's easier for me to train a woman how to trade than it is a man.
That seems like it'll be the other way because women so like impulsive.
Well, women are so impulsive and emotional, but they also understand their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman has to balance her emotions to a degree to even deal with a man. You know what I'm saying? So in men, we talk to be unemotional, even though we have emotions as well, but we want to suppress our emotions, or we don't want to come face to face, or we don't want to deal with them. Yeah. But ultimately, it's our emotions that drive our behaviors.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to trading, we display all of these behaviors that are negatively affecting our trading, and we fail because we don't want to take the time to address our emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the emotions that dictate and determine your behaviors on a daily.
I'm sure you come up with a game plan. Mm-hmm. The emotions don't come into play until, so you got this game plan is working out. There's nothing emotional about that.
No.
The emotional part comes in when it's not working. Then you got to know when to stop, or you got to know when to, you know what I'm saying? That's probably what is going to build character. Like if you could get through the parts where like the play ain't going how you go. You run the play, it's designed to get 3 yards, you get -1. Now what you gonna do?
Yeah, so it's like, man, I boil it down. I like to make things super simple. You know, if you were to look at all losing traders have 2 things in common. It could be a number of things, but all of them have 2 things in common. They hold on to losing trades too long, and they don't hold on to winning trades long enough. You know what I'm saying? Winning traders are just the opposite. You know what I'm saying? But if I can focus on, okay, how can I develop an approach to the market that's gonna put me in a position to say, okay, I'm gonna cut my losses quick, and when the trades start going in my favor, I'm gonna continue to hang on to it. And not only am I gonna continue to hang on to it, I'm gonna continue to add to it. Because guess what?
I ain't never heard that.
Because guess what? When the market has the opportunity to take money from you, it's gonna take every bit it get.
I never heard that.
You know what I'm saying? But when the opportunity, and it does grant you an opportunity every now and then to give you money. Guess what? I want to get everything I can out of it when it gives me that opportunity. But I need to know when I need to cut. You know what I'm saying? When it ain't going in my favor. You know what I'm saying? So again, we have to, reverse engineer some of these things and look at it, you know what I'm saying, in a different light.
If I was anybody out there they finna begin trading, what's a few tips? Give me 3 tips that you would tell them. Like, I want to get in trading tomorrow, I don't know nothing about trading. What would be the roadmap, or what would you advise?
I mean, the main thing would be, for one, that it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like all this bullshit you see on Instagram, make $1 million tomorrow, whatever. Like that ain't real, and not that it can't be done, but none of it, like all that's just marketing. None of it address the real side of things, and that's like really dealing with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So journaling is the most important part. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't want to journal, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to journal, then like don't waste your time or your money. You know what I'm saying? Because trading requires you to be accountable. Most people don't want to be accountable with their mistakes. Most people don't want to be accountable for their shortcomings. Right. And the only way that you can be successful in trading is being accountable. You know what I'm saying? People, some people may think I'm arrogant or whatever the case might be. Bruh, I'm this way because I done went through the fire. I still go through the fire every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody tell me shit about me that's gonna make me feel no type of way, because I know me through and through. The good, bad, the ugly, my weaknesses, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But most people, they don't even want to come face to face with the things that they struggle with internally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They don't look in that mirror. My mentor always say they gotta look in that mirror.
Yeah, you gotta look in that mirror. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to play to your strengths and negate your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? But journaling requires you, when you got to sit down there and write down that you done fucked up.
That's looking in the mirror.
You know what I'm saying?
That's looking
Yeah.
in the mirror. That's the person that's not accountable. Like I'm a real estate person. That's mainly
Yeah.
my thing. That would be the same person who don't want to open that foreclosure letter.
Yeah.
You don't even, you owe these people, you don't even know when the auction coming because you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a debt, I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to know. The people, like, if you communicate,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it might change, but at least
Yeah.
you know, like, your shit gonna get auctioned off on the 15th versus a big guy to knock on your door. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, you trying to avoid they just gonna
They
forget
think it
about
ain't real.
Yeah.
Like, guess
Yeah.
what? If I don't open the letter, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, no, you need to open that motherfucking letter. At least you know what the hell going
I kind
on.
of experienced that we got the properties in the other county. They send these letters, I'm getting them. Like, I ain't just moving around not studying them. There's some opening. I open letter. Hey, the police brought the letter to the
Certified.
office. Hey man, if you don't come pay these taxes by next month, the property
We need to
gone.
holler
I'm
at you.
thinking I got more time, feel me?
Yeah.
The property gone. So I'm gonna lose a little change like fast. Let me get tight. I tighten up the same day, you feel me? But still, you could procrastinate and avoid it, feel me?
Well, I'm
let's
saying,
pay these bills. Hold on, let's pay these bills real quick. You know, we got shout out to our
Oh,
sponsors,
okay,
man.
we got sponsors.
Shout out to
Just Love Coffee.
You know,
CJ2K.
you're in the Clermont area, good food.
We waiting on
good
that draft
vibe.
still, but we still Just Love
Yeah, that
Coffee.
check be slow, but I don't know. But y'all go drink that coffee y'all want. Man.
And we got my boy Nava with the top 5.
Top 5 apparel, man. Y'all tap in.
Who says the car show this weekend?
It got to be
Anyway,
a car
shout out
show.
Nava. We got you on top 5. You know what I'm saying? Hope you can knock it out the park this week.
Hey, man, you know, like I said earlier, the name of the show, No U-Turn Podcast. So, a quick No U-Turn story, like when you know when no turn around, this the lane I'm going in. I'm going forward, I'm stuck.
No looking back.
The car driving, the truck ain't cut
Well,
off this
listen,
time.
I ain't
The truck-
turning
yeah,
around. It's
yeah,
back there, but I ain't
yeah.
going back there. What was that surreal aha moment?
Man, I would say, man, what was that aha moment? Probably like when I made my first 100,000 legally. You know what I'm saying? Through trading, because I had promised my grandma, my auntie, I say, you know, if I'm fortunate enough to graduate from school, I'm gonna get out the streets. And I had got to a point where me and my older sister, I was staying with my older sister at the time. Me and her had got into it in Atlanta. She hadn't kicked me out the crib. I'm homeless in Atlanta for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping in my car, going to this gym, training people in Buckhead. And I could have went back home, but I wasn't mentally strong enough to go back home and not get back in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it crossed my mind. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go back to the crib for a little while, get my paper back together, whoop-de-whoop, I'll come back, try it again. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because years later, you know, Yo Gotti come out with this song called Last Run. You know what I'm saying? And this was, you know, 14, 15 years ago, something like that. But that was in my mind. I'm like, man, I know if I go home, like, I just had this gut feeling that, like, it wasn't going to work out. I was either going to be stuck or something was going to go wrong or whatever. I'm like, I had to sit up here and weather this storm. You know what I'm saying? So I was training. The gym was open from 5 o'clock in the morning to midnight. And so I would train. I would wake up in the morning, and then the girl who washed clothes and all that stuff, she kind of took a liking to me or whatever the case might be. So, and it was a nice gym in Buckhead. Like, it was where like all the celebrities and athletes and stuff went or whatever. So I get up in the morning, I take my clothes to her. Shorty was washing my clothes. When she washed the gym, towels and all that, I was bathing, all that stuff in there. And then I was sleeping in my car in the parking garage. And I trained people from, you know, like 8 in the morning to 12. I had a break between 12 to 5. I'm studying the market. And then I come back and find somebody to train from like 5 to 10 or whatever the case might be. and I'm still rough around the edges at the time because like I'm not no member of the gym. I was supposed to be. I ain't no trainer or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
thugging.
Yeah, and folks was scared to like say something to me or whatever because it's
They
like I'm
want
just
no
in
smoke.
here. Yeah, I'm just in here working out with such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these folks paying me under the table or whatever. But in the meantime, what I was doing with the trading was every day. It was this website called Craigslist, and I was posting on Craigslist like, "Hey, I manage your trading funds," because I ain't had no money to trade or nothing. And at the time, you needed like $25,000 to open up a trading account.
That's balls.
And I'm just trading on SIM at the time.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like I got a system down.
What would Sim be? Fake money?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so this guy, he's still my client to this day. After about 6 months, almost 6 months, after about 5 months of me getting into this, I get this call. He like, I'm gonna give you a shot. He was like, we're gonna call my broker. The broker was CQG at the time.
Wow.
And he was like, don't tell the broker that I found you off of Craigslist. And long story short, like he opened up this account with $100,000 trade, and the way that I proposition everything was like, if I didn't make any money, if I didn't make you money, I ain't get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't had to pay no upfront, nothing, whatever. So I ended up making them some bread and like everything, after that first month, and he sent that bread to me. And the crazy part about it is I ain't had like no bank account or nothing set up. So I done made this.
Hey, bro, can you give it to me in brown paper
bag? Like, but he was in San Diego. He a multi-million dollar arms dealer.
Yeah.
And and we still laugh about it to this day because it's like, what the hell you doing on Craigslist anyway? But he had my first money. He had the Western Union that joint to me. You know what I'm saying? And then, he would. But after 30 days, and I had told this man he had the Western Union the money. Like he knew that. Like,
well, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
you ain't got nothing.
Hey, but the proof was
the result.
It was in his account. You know what I'm saying? And a couple months later, he added like another $250,000 to that account, and we just kept building and word of mouth. And then all of a sudden, the brokers was reaching out and say, "Hey, I got this client account in drawdown, and they interested. Like, what did you charge?" And things just kind of started spreading word of mouth. And
so think about what you know now.
Yeah.
Like where you at now.
Yeah.
Nigga, both of y'all was crazy.
Yeah. Hey,
you had put an ad on Craigslist say, "I'm gonna manage your money." Nigga, that's crazy.
Hey, but
it's even crazier for the other dude. He already situated.
Yeah.
He a gambler.
Yeah.
Like
he is.
Number one, whoever he is, $100,000 to him ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take it. I probably lose this at the casino. Okay, well, I'm gonna get this dude a shot.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like.
Yeah.
That's like writing a book.
Yeah.
You made a nigga on Craigslist that gave you $100,000
Yeah.
and you made it work.
Yeah.
And that's your first client.
Yeah. But like I said, like
bro, that's crazy.
No, that's dope. That's a real unique story. But that's how it happened, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's why
like
you
I
can
said,
you can act like you act and think how you think. You feel me?
Yeah, taking risks. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you look at Birdman.
Exactly. Imagine the guy.
Yeah.
You talking about what do you call it? Risk averse? Mm-hmm. What's the opposite of that? Or is that just the whole?
Yeah,
I'm saying somebody who like risky as a motherfucker. Like,
oh yeah, that shit. They just risky. The shit. I wouldn't even call it risky. He a gambler.
That go past risk. On the risk scale, that's like. Yeah. Boy, I took him out of high school, gave him $100,000, and he turned that bit into something. Yeah. How crazy am I?
Yeah.
Like, bro, no, that's wild. Like, I can't even fathom that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Tell the people where to find you at.
Hold on, one more thing when we go there.
Yeah.
Tell them about the class.
Yeah.
You got an online options trading class?
Yeah, options, futures, forex.
What does it take to get in that?
My Discord free. So, I got something where people can come in for free. They ain't got to pay nothing. They can see what all going on in the community. I do free live classes depending on what kind of mood I'm in. I'm always giving away, free game. I got software and stuff like that obviously that I sell, but you know, it's something.
Bring it
How
back.
much the sauce class cost?
Man,
find that out when you get
yeah,
in
what,
the Discord.
We get a promo code. Hey, we got a promo.
got a
code.
yeah, we have a promo
Okay,
code
we got a
for
promo
sure.
code.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
tell me, man. Y'all
yeah.
trying to
Go back to your question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
tell the people where to find you. Where to find you.
Yeah, Instagram, Dr. Chris Cole, Dr.Chris Cole, I am. And then also the business page is at Dr. Cole Trades. It's a bunch of fake pages
YouTube?
out there. Yeah, I got YouTube at Dr. Cole Trades. Twitter at Dr. Cole Trades as well. So
Man, we went through this whole thing. Guess what we ain't asked? What's the name of your fund?
oh, Prosperity Equity Group. Prosperity Equity Group. Yeah.
Y'all bless you.
Yeah.
Hey man, it was a pleasure having you here. I'm pretty sure like you opened a lot of eyes. You don't only have to be a rapper athlete to get money out here. Always stay disciplined. Hey, like, share, subscribe. If you watching this, follow my man, Dr. Chris.
Cole paid. We'll have
And make sure you sign up for the class. Like, it's a class that's free that I'm pretty sure to teach you like
Give you a star point.
Yeah, you're gonna
Give you a star
learn
point.
something that you
Yeah,
probably
the
didn't know.
basics. Yeah.
What else? We paid all our bills.
That's it.
You told everybody where to find you.
Yeah.
It's definitely a pleasure having you
coming,
here.
man. Appreciate you coming, man.
having me. Appreciate y'all.
Nice.
So he would
show.
fit in the category of
Dope individual.
entrepreneur and dope individual.
Yeah, entrepreneur and dope individual.
But I don't know. He said he was playing football, so that was athlete.
He was
training, saying like
personal
football
trainer.
on Sunday
Personal
in the-
trainer, yeah.
outside the trap. Yeah. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hey man, it was a pleasure to have you here. Hey man, thank y'all for tapping in.
Appreciate
No
y'all.
US.
Let's go. We out of here.